Welcome back to TEW Toxic, held in front of a sold-out crowd of 3,700 people in the Silverstein I-Centers Arena. We start off the show in a reign of 56 with Samoa Joe, as he's doing like an interview about, last week. He took out, he did, go and, beat down, he didn't beat down, he made Falbar pass out. Nothing personal. Was that last week? That was last week. Yes. No once. There's no my fault. Not my fault. There's nothing personal against him. It's just, Falbar's gonna hold him back, and he has to be dead set on the people who are trying to take him out. Them being the Destruction Crew. Speaking of the Destruction Crew, Jacob Fatu jumps the barricade, slides in, and gets a cheap shot on Joe. He starts beating him down a little bit. Joe fights back, gets the upper hand, and clotheslines Jacob Fatu out of the ring. He tried to get a cheap shot on Joe, but Joe managed to fight back, and he stands in the ring ready for more as Fatu, realizes that's not a smart move, and he goes out. Let's start off the show, and then we get dropped down to a 33. In a terrible match, Death by Elbow defeated the Shinobi Shadow Squad in 8:38 when Chris Hero submitted the world-famous cheeseburger with a hangman's clutch. He carried the match to an in-ring performance. He got a 57, JT Dunn getting a 36, Eli getting a 28, and Cheeseburger getting a 30. Hero and Dunn have a tag team specialist bonus. Color commentary gave the match a boost, and of course all of them are unimportant. That's not nice. JT Dunn is inconsistent, Eli inexperienced, and it's just unimportant people. Okay, fun. So made of 58 now. Bryan Danielson getting his backstage promo, and he's basically just announcing that he'll be on commentary for the main event. He wants to watch, he wants to watch the match, see, know their opponent's ability, and of course find out who he's facing at Jingle Bell Rock is a very important thing. I mean, if I was going against someone at a pay-per-view, I would like to know how good they were. So, yeah, it makes sense. Danielson will be on commentary for the Daniel Silva match in the main event of the evening. They made a 48 in a nice little filler match. Poor bout. Timothy Thatcher defeated Fred, Yeti, and PJ Black in a 11:33 when Thatcher submitted Yeti with the Thatcher stretch. He also carried the match in terms of in-ring performance, getting a 52. Fred Yeti getting a 43, and PJ Black getting a 41. And yeah, then Timothy Thatcher's inconsistent, and then the usual PJ Black declining physical ability. Declining physical ability. Same lane of 43, Pillman Jr. and Garrison are backstage having an argument. Garrison thinks that, Pillman's a little obsessed with the Tanahashi match, We've only seen 2 segments on the actual show. He's constantly tweeting, DMing Tanahashi, DMing New Japan, anyone that could possibly get him that match. And he's become a little bit obsessed. And Garrison just cares for his friend. And then Brian Pillman, goes crazy, back chat, is like, you don't even know what you're talking about. And the only reason why you're on the show is because of me. I'm trying to get us the spotlight, and you're here trying to tell me, no, you don't like the spotlight. This is why people see you as the Janetti of the group Griffin. And then that starts, back and forth until Mr. Anderson coming in, the local competitor. And he likes to offer his opinion that, like his father, Brian Pillman Jr. is backcrap crazy. And then of course Pillman takes big offense to that, this much in the name of his father, even though it is true. And, challenges him to a match which, Anderson accepts. It's not like he does other wrestling stuff, is it? Same weight of 57 FullThrottle are facing the investment in a non-title tag match. And in a decent match, FullThrottle defeats the investment in 12-2, and Alex Shelley submitted Chris Bay with a Border City stretch after Chris Bay got wiped out after a spot of partner communication. Trey Miguel was down on the outside. They teamed up against him, threw him into the corner post. They were teaming until Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley was getting the upper hand until Lio Rush caught him from behind. The ref tried to push him out, and then Chris Bay, takes down the ref. Not like too much, able to get up quickly. Takes down the ref slightly. Lio Rush, he Lio Rush. He knees Alex Shelley in the head, lifts him up for Chris Bay to hit. Is the art of finesse thing? Like, is that like a down move or is that like on the top? Whatever it is, Chris Bay goes with the art of finesse. Alex Shelley reverses or moves out the way, and instead Lio Rush gets taken out with it. Wait. Yeah, I'll work. If Lio Rush gets taken out of it, because they didn't get wiped out. Lio Rush gets wiped out. Chris Bay, he's stunned, he's confused. And then with this distraction, Alex Shelley is able to lock in for Border City stretch, and Chris Bay taps out. So FullThrottle have literally defeated the tag team champions, which has to secure their number 1 contendership position. Then we're 57. Chris Bay getting a 56, Lio Rush with a 55, and then both Trey Miguel and Alex Shelley getting a 54. Lio Rush was penalised for inconsistency, and he was off his game. Another little filler match of sorts, and in the 56, in a decent match, Shane Strickland defeated Myron Reed, defeating his little winning streak, ending his little winning streak, in 15-16 by pinfall while using the ropes for leverage. Shane Strickland getting a 57, Myron Reed getting a 48, benefiting off of that hot new move, whatever it may be. And nothing to penalise about. And then post-match in the 46, after Strickland celebrates, he grabs the mic and says, Gresham, if you even think about showing up and trying to, hold your honour, call back to Ring of Honor. Yeah. Just think of what I'm about to do to Reed. As a little warning shot. As Reed is climbing up the ropes, he's almost up to his feet. Strickland kicks him right in the dick, sends him right back down to the floor. He rolls back out, goes under the ring, and pulls out a barbed wire kendo stick. Another one. He goes into the ring, and a little bit more ferociously, as he did with Gresham. That's the name. He starts wailing multiple shots onto the back of Myron Reed. Multiple times the bar gets stuck in his skin. You can see it get ripped out. It's going. Of course, it's not. It's the whole thing not being more extreme. It's just sending this message. Yeah, it's just sending this message. And then it's multiple attacks takes Myron Reed fully down. Then he hits a suave stomp. Right. Is this why it's like an actual stomp or not? I don't know. If it is an actual stomp, it hits on the face. If it isn't, then Then Mania 56, a nice little hype promo with Silva, as he promises to win the world title. He doesn't believe that Daniels will have what it takes. He's old, he's not out there anymore. He can still wrestle, sure, but Silva, he's on a different level. And of course he may not know that, but he was the best kept secret for so long in his wrestling career. And with that advantage, he knows he's gonna be able to take out Daniels and then go on the Jingle Bell Rock. And now, knowing what he'll be up against, he'll be able to counter Danielson and get the win and the championship. Ooh. They made a 49, both of them off again, yikes. And about to have a decent from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Brian Pillman Jr. defeated Mr. Anderson. I had to do it at least once. In 13:56 by pinfall with a tornado. Tornado sounds so like tornado. Why does that sound so weird now? I don't usually say that often. It's like the most I've ever said it in, like when doing the series. It sounds weird. Why? I don't know. I answered myself. With a tornado DDT. Mr. Anderson getting a 42. Pillman Jr. getting a 49. Both of them were off their game. Mr. Anderson was really off his game, and Pillman seemed off his game. Both of them were inconsistent. Mr. Anderson had fun physical ability. Damn. If only. Hey. If only he wasn't screwed in WWE, right? Right? We would have had Mr. And dude, like Mr. McMahon Jr. Then made a 50 post match. As, you know, Pillman's celebrating, you know. He's celebrating, you know, you can see he's still annoyed about Anderson and Tanahashi. When someone becomes busting out as a fan, that of course it's planted, not an actual fan, but they're wearing full Tanahashi cosplay, even the hair and everything, their face is a little obscured. They hop the barricade and start running around ringside, and Pillman spots this. And you can just see the anger building up in his face. Because it's not like, it's not like, oh my god, it's Tanahashi. He's like, that son of a bitch is trying to mess with me. So he slides out. He tracks where the fan is. He slides out, and then he clobbers the fan, starts wailing down punches. There's like 2 or 3 referees have to pull him back. Pillman's starting to lose it a little bit. All in the name of fighting Hiroshi Tanahashi. Note, I was gonna get him on the show this week, but he was too busy doing New Japan, which I think might be an issue for every Wednesday. So there might be a situation where I move this to like a different day, and there'll be some excuse, but the only reason's because of Tanahashi. That'll be the only reason. Main event time, segment rating of 64. In a decent match, despite despite the promise he made, despite undermining Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels managed to defeat Silva in 16:32 by pinfall with a BME. Cashing in his place to face Bryan Danielson at Jingle Bell Rock. My brain keeps blanking on this shit. It's an issue. It's an issue. Christopher Daniels getting a 51, Silva getting a 68. Daniels fine physical ability. That's fine. Post-match, the rate of 62 as Daniels, he's holding his tongue. He's celebrating. Silva took him to his edge. He managed to win. And now he has a world title match against Bryan Danielson, who gets into the ring and stares off Daniels. You have to assume they've wrestled in a Ring of Honor, like in the early 2000s. So it's kind of like a rehash of that. If they have, their own Ring of Honor, we can put a video package in kayfabe terms. We can use that footage. And, they go face to face. And, Danielson raises up a title, a little bit of a taunting fashion. Daniels looks straight at Danielson, looks up towards the title, just a little smile, nods, and then walks out. Because, he just walks out, and then Danielson's left there holding up his title as the show goes off the air. A 59! The best one of the month. We had we kept decreasing, and then we got the best one at the end of the month, which is all worth it. All worth it at the end of the day. Of course, the same, even though we did, the show notes are always the same. They haven't changed in forever. Next up, we're into December. We have 2 shows of that, and then Jingle Bell Rock. I love how I was originally behind on like date stuff, and now I'm quickly catching up because this will be uploaded in a span of like 2 weeks. These last 4 episodes. Yeah, a span of that. So I'll take you up to the 16th. Yeah, I'm quickly catching up with the real life time date. Because I was ahead for a while. I was really ahead. And I, didn't upload for 2 months. So that was on me. What did you do? See you guys next time for another installment of ICW Toxic.